Right, welcome back to a brand new Goalhanger video. And today we're going to be discussing the signing of Jerry Yates on loan from Swansea. Now, I know a lot of you enjoyed the Ben Osborne transfer signing video that I did a couple of days ago, so I'm going to do another one about Jerry Yates this time. The striker has joined the Rams on loans from Swansea City. If you are seeing this video, then he has actually joined us because I'm recording this video based off the rumours that we're hearing. I'm hearing today that he's having a medical with the Rams from seeing everything that's been going around on Twitter. Now let's discuss this transfer as Yates comes and joins the Rams, and to bolster the striker department, we need some added quality in that position. Now, in terms of Jerry Yates, he's worked with Paul Warne before Rotherham. He did actually come through the Rotherham Academy. He spent a little bit of time at Doncaster in their academy before joining Rotherham Academy and coming through as a player there. Now, it's no surprise that Paul Warne has signed Jerry Yates, is it? Because we know Paul Warne loves a former Rotherham player, someone that he's worked with before and that he knows he can trust in the area that he's going to need him to perform in. And Jerry Yates, I think, is a very underrated signing for Derby County. He's got a lot of experience at Championship level, and he has hit double figures in terms of goals scored at the Championship level 2 times before, which is a real key for us because I think we need that experience. I mentioned it in the Ben Osborne transfer video that the expectations in terms of the transfers we're going to be bringing in this summer is that they have Championship experience and that they have some quality in them at maybe a higher level in the Championship than the bottom 3, which is key for us. Obviously, he is a Swansea City player coming on loan to us. In terms of Jerry Yates' early career, he showed some promise on loan at Carlisle United and also Swindon Town, where he netted 12 goals in the first half of the season, which is a superb goal return for a forward before he's recalled back to Rotherham. So he showed a lot of promise as a youngster coming through and sort of gaining his first team football experience. And then when he came through at Rotherham, he performed well then and earned a move to Blackpool, where he did net 23 goals in all competitions in one League One season, which then earned him a move to Championship side Swansea City. And he's done okay for Swansea. He's hit double figures twice for them in the Championship and narrowly missing out on double figures with them in another season there. So he's got that added experience of Championship quality. And when you look upon the goal highlights, you can see there's quality there. When he was with Blackpool in the Championship, he did win the Player Month of the award in October. I think he netted 7 goals and got 1 assist, which is a superb return for a striker. And when you watch those goals, you can tell he gets on the end of crosses, which is something that we're going to need so much this season because we know Paul Warne's tactics. He likes to play out wide and cross balls into the box. And when we've lacked a tall striker in recent years, we've really struggled to get on the end of some of them balls. And Jerry Yates is that striker who can come in and find space in the box. You can see he finds space in between defenders and he's able to hold off defenders. He's good at getting on the end of crosses and winning headers, which is going to be key for us in this coming season. I think something that I want to highlight is that it's absolutely imperative that we stay patient with the football that we play this coming season, because I think we would really struggle to score goals if we go a goal down, which could happen quite a lot this season with us being a newly promoted side, and we just play long ball. We just play long ball straight up to the striker. And Jerry Yates, in my opinion, will be that first choice because of his Championship form in previous years and also the technical ability that he has and the little bit of added pace that we just desperately needed. And he won't perform well if we just play long ball up to him. He's not that sort of player where he's going to knock a ball down onto another attacking player or hold the ball up. That is James Collins as a player. We can play long ball to James Collins and expect him to head it down or hold off a defender. That is not Jerry Yates, and I think it's important that we bring in players of different abilities and different styles, because I think in previous years maybe we have had 1 or 2 players in the same position that are too similar. I know that we struggled with getting the midfield partnerships right in the previous season in that promotion. I think specifically we struggled to put Max Byrne and Conor Horahan in the same midfield at times. I think in the end we found that right partnership, but it's going to be key that this coming season that we understand how we can really get the best out of Jerry Yates, because he's a striker who thrives off confidence, and you can see that in his previous highlights with clubs. He's a striker that when he has confidence, he scores goals because he knows where the back of the net is and he has that confidence to take on a player or two and get around them and score. I think it's a really underrated bit of business from Derby County to bring him in on loan. Something that does worry me about this signing, probably the only downsides that's in the back of my head, is that Jerry Yates is obviously only on loan at Derby County, which means that if he does put together some good form, what's it to stop Swansea City recalling them? Obviously, we are in the same division. I I would expect if Jerry Yates puts together some good form in the first half of the season, Swansea would be looking at recalling him to see if he can carry on that form for them. And it does make me a little bit nervous because Swansea in previous years have recalled players that have been in good form. I think the most obvious one that we can all think of is Morgan Whittaker, who performed well at Plymouth for about 6 months up until January, I think it was around that time. And then Swansea recalled him. You kind of just have to forget about that and hope that he can hit the form for us, because I think he can really be that talisman up front. I think clubs really need that at times to stay in a division, that one talisman player. You look at Blackburn Rovers last season in the Championship, their form was very up and down. They finished in the bottom half of the table, but Sami Sismodic was absolutely superb for them and he propped that team up. So I'm hoping that Jerry Yates can sort of be that player, that underrated signing, to come in and score the goals that are needed and add that technical ability, because I think we have lacked pace in that forward position in recent years. Obviously, we know James Collins isn't a pacey forward. I think we've relied on Mendes Lang's pace out wide and maybe Tom Barkhuizen coming into that as well. So it's going to be key that Jerry Yates can utilise that pace, and it's also key that we give him the service. But yeah, let me know what you think of the Jerry Yates signing. Let me know, rate it out of 10 down below. Obviously, I know we're also linked with a couple of other players in the transfer news, and maybe we'll make videos about them in the coming days and weeks. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow my social medias down below. And I'll see you in the next one.